Hi everyone, this is Gwen at the Montana FFA Foundation. Today I'm going to be walking through how to register and set up your virtual exhibitor booth for the Montana FFA State Convention that is coming up April 7th through the 10th. So we're going to just start by going to the Montana FFA page, montanaffa.org, and this is our homepage right here. There's a couple different ways to access the state convention information. You can go and click this state convention tab in the header at across the top of the screen. Or you can also click on this banner that has the 91st Annual Montana FFA State Convention on it. So I'm going to click this header here, and it's going to take me to our state convention webpage where there's a lot of different information about the activities going on with state convention. Here at the top, there's some general convention information, a couple of FAQs that explain how this is actually a hybrid event this year with some things going on in person. And one of the things being held virtually is our Career Expo. So I'm just going to focus on that right now. More information is here at the bottom of the page. And this first button here is the registration link to the Career Expo. So I'm going to click that button and it'll take me to the landing page here for registration. So this has some general information here about what the process looks like to get set up and what the virtual convention components are going to be specifically as it relates to the Career Expo and how it's going to reach students. So you can take some time to look through that, and it also has some tips here on how to set up your booth once you're registered. Once you're done reading through that, you'll just click this button here that says click here to register online, and it'll take you to the next page where you'll input all of your contact information and register yourself or your organization. So right now, I want to point out that if you're registering yourself on behalf of an organization, like you're registering your company or your university, you're going to want to click this register as a company button. Otherwise, you're just going to only create a registration for you as an individual to be an exhibitor. So I think most of us are probably registering as an organization. So click that button. It's the same form. You'll just register your organization, which makes it easier on our end to keep track of. And there's also a fee breakdown right here. If you're a sponsor, your booth is complimentary, and so you can read through this information, get registered here. So once you submit this registration, you will receive an automated email that's just a confirmation of you registering. So that's going to be this email right here saying that you are registered for the Career Expo at the Montana FFA State Convention. In this first email that you receive, you won't have any information on how to set up your virtual booth. That is actually going to come from a different email that our staff will follow up with you and send to you, because we need to add you to our Whova platform. Whova is the virtual conference platform that we are using for state convention. So you should expect to hear from our staff within a couple of days of you filling out this registration with more information on how to get your virtual booth set up. So that email is going to look like this. There's going to be a few tips right here on how to make your booth a little bit more engaging for students. And the things that you're going to want to pay attention to is this link right here. This is going to be your personalized Whova link for setting up your virtual exhibitor booth. So what we'll do is we will copy and paste this into a new tab. And this takes me to setting up the booth for the Montana FFA Foundation. And this is what it'll look like for you, for your organization. So there's a bunch of different things that we can do within our booth to customize it and make it pretty engaging for students. There's some different promotional things that you can add, and there's ways to showcase your organization. The first thing I'm going to do right now is upload our organization's logo. So I have that there now. I already have the first step done. If I wanted to, I could add our mission statement here to our company description and anything else here. Something I'm going to do right now is I'm also going to add a video for our organization that will autoplay every time a student accesses our booth. And I'm going to take that from our homepage. There's a couple different ways that you can add videos. You can do it through an external source like Vimeo or YouTube, which is what I'm doing right now. If you don't have any videos up, you can also just upload something from your desktop. That works just fine as well. So I'll click add product video, and here's the different options for doing that like I described. And since I'm using a YouTube link, I'm going to go ahead and paste that here and click the save button. So now I have my video uploaded into that section. I'm also going to add a promotion. There's going to be a button within your exhibitor booth if you have any sort of promotional offers going on. So there you can do a raffle giveaway or coupon. Let's just say we're doing a raffle, and I can say enter to win a free convention mug. And I can also add an image to that if I wanted to. Another way to promote your organization is to upload any printed promotional items that you have. Just go ahead and upload that file here into this handout section, and that'll also be available within your booth. At the bottom of the page, you can upload other photos, but for right now, I think this is a really good start, just some bare bones for our exhibitor booth. So I'll click this agreement and then click save. And now my information has been submitted. I should receive a confirmation email saying that it's been submitted. And now I'm going to hop into the Whova app and show you what this really looks like as a student. So this is going to be the home page for Whova and for our state FFA convention. And I'm going to point out a few different things within this platform that will be pertinent to you as an exhibitor. So this landing page, we have our sponsors off to the right, and then on the left here is our navigation pane. So we're on the home page. I'm going to click on the agenda so you can see what that looks like. It's broken down for each day, and there's different tracks that students can participate in: contests, general sessions, lots of other things. And one of the things that we have in here is scheduled breakout sessions for exhibitors. If I click on Thursday, I can see that there's an exhibitor breakout session here at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm actually going to circle back to that here in a little bit. Another thing I'm going to point out is the attendees. So anyone who's registered, whether that's sponsors, exhibitors, or all of our students and teachers, they will be listed within here. And if you interact with a student, you want to follow up with them, you can do that directly here by sending them a message through the Whova app. Now, this won't give you any sort of email contact information, but you can still connect with them if you wanted to follow up from an earlier conversation. Another thing that we'll take a look at is these virtual meetups and all of these different topics we have within our community discussion board. You can follow some of these different topics if you wanted to, and you can even create some of your own. So another thing within these topics I'll point out is there is one specifically for posting jobs. So if you're looking to hire any sort of interns or full-time or part-time employees, you can go ahead and post a job. It's a pretty standard form with a job title, what the job is, and then your contact information here as well. But let's say that you wanted to add a topic and you just wanted to connect with people about what you're doing with employment opportunities at your organization. You can create a topic here. So you can say employment opportunities at XYZ company, and then you can add description if you so choose, and then you'll post that. And here I found this pops up as one of the topics within our discussion board. And then there can be a message exchange between you and any of the other attendees who want to talk to you. So that's another really cool feature within the Whova app here. And you're automatically following this one. So you'll have different breakdowns between all the topics and the ones that you're following. Now I'm going to get into this exhibitor section, and I can already see that my booth is now active and live within the exhibitor section for the Montana FFA Foundation. So because this is my booth, there's an edit booth button. The students, of course, won't see that, but I'm going to hop in here and take a look and see what this looks like as a visitor. So the video is starting to autoplay here. I'm going to go ahead and pause that. And you can see that it has our contact information here, the website, since I had that available and listed here. And this is where you'll see the promotional offer that I put together. So I'm going to click enter raffle since I want to enter this raffle as a student. The only things that I have to do is enter my name and my email address. And this is a way for you to actually collect student contact information if you wanted to follow up with students and pick a raffle winner. So I definitely encourage our exhibitors to try and have some sort of promotional offer for your booth so that you can connect with students. And it says that now I'm entered to win this free convention mug, and it's going to send me a confirmation email for that as a student. If a student wants to as well, they can also chat with you here on the side, and they can interact with you that way. You can talk back with them as well. And this is going to be actually available for everyone who hops into your booth, this chat function. Something else that I'll point out is there's some different ways to keep track of how many people are coming to your booth and the foot traffic you're getting. So since this is the first click on the booth, you can see here at the bottom of the video that I can see where people are visiting, and we've just had one visitor so far. And if I go back to this exhibitor list, the main page, I can see, okay, I've had one view here. So I'm going to go back to this visit booth button, and I'm going to show you another thing that we can do to customize our booth. So let's say that we actually wanted to host an informational session with students and wanted to talk with them one-on-one. I can actually set that up within the editing page that we saw earlier. So I click this blue edit booth button. It's going to take me back to where I was before, and I can see all of the customizations I've already made. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a company showcase. So I already have the product video that I uploaded that autoplays. And now I'm going to say I want to add a session, which is this live product demo section. So I'll click this blue button, and it is going to be a virtual booth showcase. So let's say I want to talk about grant opportunities for FFA members. So I'll type that in as the title. And then I'm also going to include the Zoom link since I want to host a Zoom conference call for students, for anyone who wants to literally just hop into my booth and learn about this. So this is my personal Zoom ID, and then I'll need to pick a time. And you can do this for any time that really works for you, or you can do it during a scheduled breakout session. We're hoping that these scheduled times will help direct students traffic to your booth. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to schedule during that time from starting at 11 for half an hour. Now I have my dates in there and times, the title for it. So I'm going to click save. And I need to click save at the bottom of here again. Now, if I go back to this booth, I'm going to just reload the page, refresh it so that I can see this new info session that I'm going to be hosting. And here it says live video, and it'll tell students when it's streaming. Something really cool about the app for students is within the agenda, and here students can add things to their schedule. So I'll click, oh, I'll RSVP for this, and I can add it to either my calendars. And this is a really cool thing too for you as exhibitors. You can see how many people are RSVPing for your live videos. If you've already had a live video scheduled for one day, you can always schedule one for subsequent days after your first one has passed. So I really encourage exhibitors to take advantage of this opportunity as well to interact directly with students, have that one-on-one conversation with them. Another thing I'm going to point out as a benefit to our exhibitors is in this email that you will receive from our staff, there's also the section here that talks about how you can build greater connections with our local students. So we've put together a form for you to fill out on how you'd like to be involved beyond just our statewide events that we are hosting. And I'll let you all take time to read through it. Feel free to add information here if you want. It's just basically saying who you are, and if you want to do anything like present in schools, if you are hiring any students and want to have students come work for you, if you can give any tours, that sort of thing to help support our local programs. So with that, I look forward to seeing everybody at our state convention. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you in April.